हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, तो टुडे विल टॉक अबाउट वर्ड प्रॉब्लम्स फ्रॉम क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन। किस तरह की वर्ड प्रॉब्लम्स आती हैं। वर्ड प्रॉब्लम्स का मतलब है कि आपको एक प्रैक्टिकल प्रॉब्लम गिवन होगी, उसमें से आपने वेरिएबल सेलेक्ट करके आपने उसकी क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन बनानी है। देन विल बी सॉल्विंग इट फॉर रूट्स ऑफ द क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन, जो अपना रियल लाइफ प्रॉब्लम्स के लिए भी आंसर्स होंगे। ओके, तो दोज आर कॉल्ड द वर्ड प्रॉब्लम्स फ्रॉम क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन। तो उसमें बेसिकली हमारे पास चार तरह की प्रॉब्लम्स आती हैं। फर्स्ट इज स्कोर के that is related to the marks that a student is scoring. Then there is speed of train, speed of bus, speed of cycle. These all problems are there. Then there are age problems, comparison of age of two people. Okay, तो वो प्रॉब्लम्स होती हैं. देन देर इज़ बोर्ड प्रॉब्लम. बोर्ड प्रॉब्लम मीन्स अपस्ट्रीम एंड डाउनस्ट्रीम प्रॉब्लम्स. ओके, डाउनस्ट्रीम एंड अपस्ट्रीम प्रॉब्लम्स. तो हम शुरू करेंगे सबसे पहले स्कोर प्रॉब्लम से. एक एक एग्जांपल देखेंगे सबकी. तो व्हाट आर द काइंड ऑफ स्कोर प्रॉब्लम्स दैट कम्स फ्रॉम द क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन. ओके, तो हम एक एग्जांपल से शुरू करते हैं. लाइक क्वेश्चन इज, हैड अजीता scored 10 marks more in her maths test. Had Ajita scored 10 marks more in her maths test out of 30, out of 30, 9 times these marks would have been the square of actual marks. Would have been the square of actual marks. How many marks did she score? How many marks did she score? Let us suppose ये हमारे पास क्वेश्चन है. Had Ajita scored 10 marks more in her maths test out of 30, 9 times these marks would have been square of actual marks. How many marks did she score? तो सबसे पहले आपने क्या करना है, सबसे पहले आपने एक वेरिएबल सेलेक्ट करना है जो कि आपको एक्चुअल में पता करना है. हमें पता क्या करना है, हाउ मेनी मार्क्स डिड शी स्कोर्ड इन हर टेस्ट. तो विल राइट लेट, सोल्यूशन क्या होगा, लेट एक्चुअल मार्क्स she scored be x. let actual marks she scored be x. अब x के जितने भी हमें कंडीशंस गिवन है सबको हमने एक क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन में फॉर्मुलेट करना है. तो पढ़िए क्या गिवन है. हैड अजीता स्कोर्ड 10 मार्क्स मोर, मतलब एक्चुअल मार्क्स से अगर वो 10 मार्क्स मोर स्कोर करती, दैट मीन्स कितने मार्क्स स्कोर करती, x प्लस 10 in her maths test out of 30, 9 times these marks. तो मीन्स ये जो नंबर हैं एक्चुअल मार्क्स से 10 ज़्यादा, तो 9 टाइम्स दीज मार्क्स वुड हैव बीन द स्क्वायर ऑफ एक्चुअल मार्क्स. तो मतलब दिस विल बी इक्वल्स टू स्क्वायर ऑफ एक्चुअल मार्क्स. स्क्वायर ऑफ एक्चुअल मार्क्स कितने हैं, एक्स, तो उसका स्क्वायर कितना बन जाएगा, एक्स स्क्वायर. तो दिस इज़ द कंडीशन दैट इज़ गिवन टू अस. तो आपके सामने ऑटोमेटिकली एक क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन बन चुकी है. इस क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन को जब आप सॉल्व करोगे तो दोज विल बी द मार्क्स स्कोर्ड बाय अजीता इन हर टेस्ट. ओके, तो एक बार दोबारा समझा देते हैं. हैड अजीता स्कोर 10 मार्क्स मोर, मतलब एक्स से अगर वो 10 मार्क्स ज़्यादा स्कोर करती तो दैट बिकम्स एक्स प्लस 10. 9 टाइम्स दीज मार्क्स, 9 इंटू एक्स प्लस 10 वुड हैव बीन इक्वल टू स्क्वायर ऑफ एक्चुअल मार्क्स वुड हैव बीन इक्वल्स टू एक्स स्क्वायर. तो इस इक्वेशन को सॉल्व करने पे आपके पास जो रूट्स आएंगे दोज विल बी हर एक्चुअल मार्क्स. आउट ऑफ 30 गेट देने का कोई यहाँ पे मतलब नहीं है, दैट इज़ ऑफ नो यूज़. आप बिना इसके भी क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व कर सकते हो. तो इसे अगर हम सॉल्व करें तो दिस बिकम्स 9x प्लस 90 इज इक्वल्स टू एक्स स्क्वायर. एक्स स्क्वायर माइनस 9x प्लस 90 इज इक्वल्स टू 0. एक्स स्क्वायर माइनस 10x प्लस एक्स, सॉरी माइनस 15x प्लस 6x प्लस 90 इज इक्वल्स टू 0. ओके, माइनस 90, सॉरी, it will be it will be x square minus 15x plus 6x minus 90 is equals to 0. This will be the method of solving by factorization. So here it becomes x minus 15 plus 6 x minus 15 is equals to 0. So this will give me either x minus 15 is equals to 0 or x plus 6 is equals to 0. तो x is equals to minus 6, x is equals to 15. स्कोर्ड मार्क्स कभी भी नेगेटिव नहीं होंगे अकॉर्डिंग टू द कंडीशन, तो मतलब स्कोर्ड मार्क्स आर actual marks are 15. So this is the first kind of problem that we have in quadratic word problem in quadratic equation. Okay, a score kind of score will be given to you and you will have to compare that score for calculating the वेरिएबल. वेरिएबल आपको कौन सा सेलेक्ट करना है, वेरिएबल आपको उस चीज़ को मानना है दैट यू नीड टू फाइंड आउट. ओके, second kind of problem could be speed problem. Speed problem में हम एक एग्जांपल से लेके चलते हैं. लेट देयर बी अ क्वेश्चन. अ ट्रेन ट्रेवल्स अ सर्टेन डिस्टेंस ऑफ train travels a distance of 63 kilometer at certain speed, then it travels 72 kilometer at 6 kilometer per hour more than previous speed. Okay, if it takes 3 hours to complete the journey, 3 hours to complete the journey, what is its actual average speed? Okay, तो कंडीशन इज कि एक ट्रेन है जो 63 किलोमीटर पर आवर किसी एक सर्टेन एवरेज स्पीड पे ट्रेवल करती है. 63 किलोमीटर एक सर्टेन एवरेज स्पीड पे वो ट्रेवल करती है. ओके, देन व्हाट इट डज, देन इट ट्रेवल्स 72 किलोमीटर, अनदर 72 किलोमीटर वो ट्रेवल करती है. एट व्हाट स्पीड? at speed 6 kilometer per hour more than its previous speed. Means the speed it was traveling those 63 kilometer, now speed has been increased by 6 kilometer per hour and distance it has to run is 72 kilometer, and total time it takes to complete the journey is 3 hours. So what is the average speed? Means we have to find out this speed over here, the actual speed with which the train completed 63 kilometer. Okay, so what we'll do, variable, we need to select a variable. What will be its variable? Variable will be the average speed. Let average speed of train be x kilometer per hour. Okay, now next speed is 6 kilometer per hour more than the previous speed. That means new speed will be x plus 6 kilometer per hour. New speed will be x plus 6 kilometer per hour now. Okay, now you need to know a relation over here, that speed is equals to distance upon time. This will be the base for solving each and every question of the speed problem. Speed is equals to distance upon time. Okay, now given distance, in this case when its speed was x kilometer per hour, the given distance is 623 kilometer, and when speed was x plus 6 kilometer per hour, the given distance is 72 kilometer. The given distance is 72 kilometer. Okay, सो अगर देखें व्हाट विल बी स्पीड इज डिस्टेंस अपॉन टाइम, तो टाइम विल बी इक्वल्स टू डिस्टेंस अपॉन speed. So in this case time taken will be, in this case time taken will be, the distance traveled is 63 kilometer per 63 kilometer and speed is x kilometer per hour, so time taken will be 63 upon x hours. And in this case time taken will be, distance is 72 upon speed is x plus 6 hours. Okay, in the first case the time taken will be 63 upon x, in the second case the time taken will be 72 upon x plus 6, and it is given that total time taken to complete the journey is 3 hours. So that means time 1 plus time 2 is equals to 3 hours. So this implies 63 upon x plus 72 upon x plus 6 is equals to 3. Okay, 63 upon x plus 72 upon x plus 6 is equals to 3. Now we need to formulate a quadratic. We need to simplify this to make a quadratic, and then we'll be finding out the roots of this quadratic equation. Okay, now if we try to solve this, so what will be getting common over here? So this will be, this thing could be written as 7 upon x plus 8 upon x plus 6 is equals to 3 upon 9. 9 could be taken common, or 9 into 7, 9 into 8, so this will be equals to 1 by 3. Okay, so it is 7 upon x plus 8 upon x plus 6 is equals to 1 upon 3. This implies x into denominator will be x into x plus 6, so this thing will be 7 into x plus 6 plus 8x is equals to 1 by 3. Now this becomes 7x plus 42 plus 8x into 3 is equals to x square plus 6x. Okay, so this will be 21x plus 126x plus 24x is equals to x square plus 6x. Simplifying it will be giving us x square minus 39x minus 126 is equals to 0. Now we need to solve it with the help of factorization. Its factors will be x square minus 42x plus 3x minus 126 is equals to 0. So x minus 42 plus 3 x minus 42 is equals to 0. So either x is equals to 42 kilometer per hour or x is equals to minus 3 kilometer per hour. The speed can't be negative in this case, so means this case is neglected, and our answer will be x is equals to 42 kilometer per hour. The means initial speed was 42 kilometer per hour, and if it was asked what was the next speed, the increased speed, so that was x plus 6, that means it is 48 kilometer per hour. Okay, so this is how we'll solve the speed problems. In speed problems you need to remember that speed is equals to distance upon time, and this relation could be used in another way also, that time is equals to distance upon speed, or distance is equals to speed into time. Okay, so that was the second kind of problem that we have in quadratic equation, that is speed problem. Then we will be going to the third problem. Third problem is age problem. Third problem is age problem, that the relation of different ages are given to you, that the someone's age is greater than the another one by these many years. Okay, so these kind of situations will be given to you, so we'll be working over there. Let us take an example. Sir, write down a question. 5 years the product of, let us suppose the question is the product of Sunita's age, the product of Sunita's age 2 years ago, 2 years ago, and her age and her age 4 years from now, 4 years from now is one more than twice her present age, twice her present age. Find her present age. Okay, so first read the question carefully. The product of Sunita's age 2 years ago. Ago means back. Okay, 2 years ago from here will be like 2018. Okay, if we talk if we are in 2020, 2 years ago means to 2018, and her age 4 years from now, that means 4 years in future, so they are comparatively they are talking about 2024. Okay, the product of Sunita's age 2 years ago and her age 4 years from now is one more than twice her present age. Find her present age. So first we need to select a variable. The variable will be her present age. So let her present age be x years. Okay, let her present age be x years. So 2 years ago, if you are 18 today, so 2 years ago you were 16, that means 18 minus 2. So if she is x years old today, so 2 years ago she was 2 years ago her age was x minus 2 years. Okay, so this is the logic over here. If you are 18, so 2 years ago you were 16. If you are 18, so 3 years ago you were 15. If you are 18, so 4 years ago you were 14. So similarly, if she is x years today, so 2 years ago she was x minus 2 years. Okay, and 4 years from now, 4 years from now means if you are 18 today, after 4 years you will be 22. So if she is x years today, so after 4 years she will be x plus 4 years. Okay, so after 4 years from now she will be x plus 4 years. 2 years ago she will be x minus 2 years. So the condition given is the product of Sunita's age 2 years ago and her age 4 years from now is one more than, means their product, that means x minus 2 into x plus 4 is one more than twice her present age. That means this thing is equals to twice her present age means 2x, and this thing is one more than that. So x minus 2 into x plus 4 is equals to 2x plus 1. Okay, x minus 2 into x plus 4 is equals to 2x plus 1. So this is the condition that we can formulate over here. 2 years ago her age was x minus 2. 4 years from now her age will be x plus 4, and product of these two ages is equals to one more than twice her present age, so that will be equals to 2x plus 1. Now we'll be solving this quadratic. The answer from this quadratic will be her present age. Okay, so in order to solve this, x square minus plus 4x minus 2x minus 8 is equals to 2x plus 1. So x square plus 2x is equals to 2x plus 9. So this 2x will be cancelled. X square minus 9 is equals to 0. This implies x plus 3 into x minus 3 is equals to 0. So this implies either x is equals to 3 or x is equals to minus 3. Now age of a person can't be negative, so this case will be neglected. So her present age is 3 years. So her present age is 3 years. Her present age is 3 years. Okay, so this is the condition. These are the kind of age problems, those will be there, that a relation between ages will be given, that could be given between one person, for one person only, that could be given for more than one person also. So you need to formulate a condition, you need to make a quadratic equation, and roots of that quadratic equation will be our answer. Okay, now another kind of problem over here is boat problem. Boat problem means there are two conditions. A boat problem, if a boat is rowing in river. If a boat is rowing in river means if we are driving a boat in river, so then there could be two conditions. Either we are moving with the stream or we are moving opposite the stream. Okay, either we are moving with the stream or we are moving opposite to the stream. Moving with the stream means अगर हम बहाव के साथ चल रहे हैं. Opposite to the stream means अगर हम बहाव के opposite चल रहे हैं. Means अगर पानी की डायरेक्शन के ऑपोजिट आप बोट चला रहे हो तो दैट मीन्स वी आर मूविंग अगेंस्ट द स्ट्रीम. अगर आप पानी के बहाव की डायरेक्शन में ही बोट चला रहे हो तो दैट मीन्स वी आर मूविंग विद द स्ट्रीम. सो देयर आर टू केसेस. इफ वी आर रोइंग द बोट इन river, so there you could be moving opposite to the stream also, you could be moving in the direction of stream also. So there are terminologies that you need to know. Moving opposite to direction of stream of water means you are going upstream. Okay, moving opposite to the direction of stream of water means you are going upstream. And similarly moving parallelly, yani parallel means same direction of stream of water means you are moving downstream. That means you are moving downstream. Okay, so either you will be moving upstream or you will be moving downstream. Okay, so the condition over here that you need to know is that if you are moving downstream, speed of boat and river, they will be added. If you are moving downstream, the speed of river and boat, they will be added, but if you are moving upstream, they will be subtracted. Okay, so you need to remember, if you are moving downstream, the speed of boat and speed of river, they will be added, but if you are moving upstream, the speed of river and speed of boat, they will be subtracted. Okay, so you can remember over here, upstream means subtraction, downstream means addition. Downstream means addition, upstream means subtraction. Okay, so we'll talk about this in an example. Let there be example. We are taking a question from your NCERT book only. A motorboat whose speed is has a speed of 18 km/h in still water. Okay, a motorboat has a speed of 18 km/h in still water. It takes 1 hour more to go 24 km upstream. It takes 1 hour more to go 24 km upstream than to return downstream to same spot. Find the speed of stream. Find the speed of stream. Okay, so the condition is motorboat has a speed of 18 km per hour in still water. If the water is not moving, the motorboat can run with a speed of 18 km per hour in that still water. If it is moving 24 km upstream and it is moving, let us suppose this is the direction for upstream, 24 km upstream and 24 km downstream, time taken in this journey is 1 hour more than time taken in this journey. This means upstream, this means downstream. So time taken in upstream is 1 hour more than time taken in downstream, because it will have to return to the same spot, means distance covered in upstream is equals to distance covered in downstream. Okay, so what we need to find out, we need to find out the speed of stream. So our variable will be let speed of stream be x kilometer per hour. This implies speed downstream will be what I told you in downstream the speeds will be added. So speed of motorboat is 18 km per hour and speed of stream downstream speed of stream is x kilometer per hour. That means downstream these two speeds will be added. So effective speed in downstream will be x plus 16 kilometer per hour. And similarly speed downstream, I told you the speeds will be subtracted. X plus 18 over here, because in still water it is 18, so x plus 18 kilometer per hour. Now during upstream, now during upstream there could be two kind of subtractions. Either you will be taking 18 plus x, 18 minus x, or you will be taking x minus 18. Okay, either you will be taking x minus 18 or you will be taking 18 minus x. So what you need to consider, you need to consider it as 18 minus x kilometer per hour only, because we are assuming that speed of boat in still water is more than speed of stream. That motor boat can run with more speed as compared to the speed of stream. So you need to take it as 18 minus x. If you will take x minus 18, the answer will be negative. The answer will be negative, so that will not be our correct answer. So the thing taken over here, that should be 18 minus x, and speed downstream will be 18 plus x, speed upstream will be 18 minus x. Okay, so time taken downstream will be, time is equals to distance upon speed. Distance is 24 upon speed is x plus 16. Similarly, time during upstream will be distance upon speed to d, that means d is 24 upon 18 minus x. Here it is 18, please. Okay, that is 18 minus x. So this is ours and this is ours. And obviously we know that the time taken during downstream will be less as compared to upstream. The time taken during upstream will be comparatively more than the time taken during downstream. So their difference is given to be 1 hour. So that means time taken during upstream minus time taken during downstream is equals to 1. So this implies 24 upon 18 minus x minus 24 upon x plus 18 is equals to 1. So this is the case, 24 upon 18 minus x minus 24 upon 18 plus x, or x plus 18 is equals to 1. Okay, so if we'll solve it, it will be 24 into x plus 18 minus 24 into 18 minus x is equals to 18 plus x into 18 minus x. Okay, so this thing will be equals to 18 plus x into 18 minus x. Time taken during downstream is 24 upon x plus 18. Time taken during upstream is 24 upon 18 minus x. Obviously the time taken during upstream will be more than time taken during downstream. So that means 24 upon 18 minus x minus 24 upon x plus 18 will be equals to 1, because the difference is given to be 1 over here. Okay, so when you will simplify this equation, that will be coming out to be x square plus 48x minus 324 is equals to 0. Okay, x square plus 48x minus 324 is equals to 0. So that is your homework to solve this. You can use any method, either you can use factorization, or you can use quadratic formula, or you can use the completion of square method. The answers over here will be x will be 6 kilometer per hour, or x will be minus 54 kilometer per hour. Okay, the speed can't be negative, so this case will be neglected, so x will be equals to 6 kilometer per hour. You need to solve this by your own, and you can tally your answer that x will be 6 kilometer per hour in this case. Okay, so this is the kind of problem that you face in boat problem, speed of boat upstream and speed of boat downstream. The thing that you need to remember is that in downstream the speeds will be added, in upstream the speeds will be subtracted, and to way to subtract that will be 18 minus x. That speed of stream minus speed of boat minus speed of stream will be there. It will not be x minus 18, means we are considering speed of boat more than speed of stream. Then only we are taking it as 18 minus x, we are not taking it as x minus 18. Okay, so this was the boat problem. If there are any problems, other kind of problems, we'll discuss it in next lecture. Otherwise our quadratic equation will be over. So if there are certain problems of different type, that we'll discuss in the next lecture. And if you are having any problem from your textbook or from any reference book, so you can text that in your chat box. Thank you.